Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video. Folks, it's Friday, so let's see what the situation is. What has happened in the markets? First things first, before we get into it, if you do hear any sounds in the background, I'm terribly sorry. Apparently there's some building going on outside, not much I can do about it. And before we get into the video, a couple of important but quick things to mention. If you see any messages like this one right here, where a group of people are talking about this amazing trader that you can find on WhatsApp and Telegram, just bear in mind that this is most likely a scam, and if you put your money with these people, you will most likely lose it and never see it again because they want your money and that's all they're after. Also, I'd like to point out that I am not a professional trader by any means, nor am I pretending to be one, and I am not giving out any financial advice. This is just how I see things, and of course what I am doing with my money, what I am investing it in, and of course why. So let's look at the current situation on the market. Let's start with the cryptos, and of course if we look at it on the day, so today on Friday the 1st of April, we are down 2.72%. Now, if we look at what has happened, oh dear, things have crashed. This is not necessarily a good thing, or is it? Now, let's have a look at Bitcoin, actually take a closer look to it. As you can see, we had a bit of a pullback. This is fine. This is just consolidation, I suppose. But I do think in the overall side of things, as you can see right here, we are actually in an uptrend. I think that we are lining up for potentially either a very good weekend or a very good start to the week. So I'm expecting next Monday, so that would be the 4th, Monday the 4th, if not the weekend, to see a nice run to the upside, potentially both for stocks as well as for crypto. I do think, though, in all honesty, that we might see a good weekend. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. This is just a guess, a pure guess based on nothing. But normally what happens is if the Friday isn't all that great, the weekend tends to be kind of better and stuff like that. It's just a general pattern that I've noticed. But that's just me and a bit of a superstition kind of thing going on. Anyways, as you can see, Bitcoin and Ethereum yesterday, so that was on Thursday, had a bit of a run to the downside. Now, what has caused this? The most likely possibility is, of course, the bots that some people use, particularly the rich people. So normally once a specific asset reaches a certain value, they start selling off, and as you can see, the trend follows all the way down. Of course, Shiba Inu has been impacted, and as you can see, Shiba Inu tends to move in big ways. So if Bitcoin makes a bit of a move up here, you will see that Shiba Inu does tend to do the exact same thing, sometimes a bit worse. But to be fairly honest, and that goes both ways as well, it goes to the upside and the downside. However, if you look overall, Shiba Inu hasn't really been hit that bad, so it's done quite well for itself. And as you can see, the trend just keeps on going. And of course, I think around this mark right here, 30th, we start seeing crypto do their own thing and kind of just I suppose these are cryptos that don't really follow the top 10, but they do to some extent, if that makes sense. But basically, what I was trying to say before, because I did kind of stutter there, and I do apologize for that, is that from, I'd say, the 30 mark downwards, you get to see more cryptos that have their own trading pattern and they don't really follow the top 30 as such. But you will also see lots of cryptos that follow what the top 30 do. Anyways, let's go into Shiba Inu, because there's actually some news that has been released. So if we go to their Twitter page right here, you can see that they have now released some more information with regards to the Metaverse, and it is called SHIB the Metaverse. Now, if you click on this, it'll bring you to this page right here where you can read it. And of course, it tells you what the plan is for SHIB the Metaverse. It gives you a lot of information. Of course, they will bring out the auctions for the plots of land. Personally speaking, I don't know. I will sit on the sidelines. I don't really want to spread out too thin with my finances. I'm happy that this is happening, and I'm sure a lot of people are interested in it. Of course, further down here, it does explain how everything works. Of course, it is on an auction system, how the money will be used. The money will, of course, go into the development of the metaverse as such. And of course, they will work with a gaming company, most likely the one that they are currently working with. We'll see what happens. More information will be released with regards to that. But of course, it is very likely that PlaySide Studios will be doing this. We don't know. This is just a guess. However, over here, you get the official website. So if we go on to this, it'll bring you to this page right here, which this is all that it has. Of course, there's not really much to interact with. But if I'm looking at it, the graphics actually do not look half bad. The dog, of course, not really that great. But if you look at the foliage, it's actually pretty darn decent, to be honest. It does look nice. I do have a high expectation for this game to look good, and of course the developers of SHIB to deliver some nice interesting things. We'll see, of course, if my expectations are met. And yeah, I mean, good news, definitely bullish news for SHIB, but there's a lot of stuff coming in the future, so I don't see SHIB actually losing too much in terms of where it is positioned right now. Now, if we go back to this right here, as long as SHIB follows the trend of all the other top cryptocurrencies, I'm really not that bothered if it goes down or up. And there's something else I wanted to point out. Actually, let's start with this. So the Fear and Greed Index, and as you can see, we are at neutral. We're at neutral yesterday. However, we were actually at one point in greed, and I don't really, all right, it doesn't really show it here, but I think a couple of days ago the indicator was towards green, but it is neutral. It's been a long time since we've been at neutral. How long we'll be at neutral, I don't know. I do think that April might have some potential for some bullish runs. We'll see if that happens. I'd say at least the first half of April, towards the first 2-3 quarters. Yeah, 2-3 quarters basically. That sounds a bit weird, but yeah. So we'll see what happens. Of course, we are going to be having another Fed meeting, so we'll see how that affects the prices in the stock market and, of course, the crypto market. That is pretty much anyone's guess right now at this point. But if we look at the Fear and Greed Index for the stock market, we are also in the neutral. So you have to bear in mind that what happens in the stock market will be reflected in the cryptocurrency world. Now, unfortunately, your big stocks, your big like your Dow Jones, your S&P 500, they did go down yesterday, and of course with it so came the crypto market. But if we look over here, this is the chart for Shiba Inu right here. As you can see, we're forming another red candle, but if we zoom in and we kind of draw an imaginary line, it is still within the I'd say bullish run. It's we're in the uptrend. I wouldn't call it a bullish run, but it is definitely an uptrend. So that is still pretty darn decent. We might see a reversal over the weekend, possibly Monday, Tuesday, or a run to the upside. How big that'll be, well, we'll have to wait and see, to be fairly honest. But I am very optimistic with it, and you can see, if we zoom out, this is on the day chart, by the way. If we go down this way, basically this was all bear market. We have had a bit of a run to the upside here, but then of course this is where the Fed meeting took place in I think February. Yep. So January, actually. Here we go. So this is where the Fed meeting took place in January, where we saw the lowest run that it ever had. So that was at quad 0.17. Then it traded sideways, run to the upside, then back down into a bit of a bear run. And right now, we are in a bullish market. So far, so good. Now, of course, this can change at any given time. And hopefully, we stay in this uptrend, because it's about time that we see a bit of a green run for cryptos and stocks in general, of course. Also, there's one thing I wanted to show you right here, and this is on Binance. So right now I am on Binance, and I do use it sometimes just because it does have some good things to look at. And we are looking at these three lines. So we've got the amber or orange line, the purple line, and this blue line right here. These are moving averages. This is the 7-day moving average. So the amber line, the purple line is the 25-day moving average, and of course the 99-day moving average. Now if we look at what's going on here, last time this orange line was above, we actually had a bit of a bull run. So why am I showing you this? Because this is where we are right now, and we are mighty close to breaking above the 99-day moving average. I nearly stuttered there, my apologies. And we are forming a green candle according to this. Of course, I think if you compare it to what eToro has, they do probably time it differently, but so far so good. We are looking quite all right. I think we also want the purple line to go up. So basically we want both of these lines to go up, and I think we are going to see a bit of a big move in the next few days to come. Now where this is going, I don't know. We might see a quick run to the upside, then back down, which is the worst case scenario. I think right now we are in a good position where things are going to most likely be positive, so that would result in a bull run to the top. We'll have to wait and see what happens, and I think we will know by the end of the weekend or in the weekend. So we'll see exactly what happens, but as you can see, we are really close to breaking through. Now last time this broke through, I showed you that one before, but this is what happened. So we did have, as you can see right there, a run to the upside. How big that'll be, I guess we will have to wait and see. At the moment, we have a very strong line of resistance here at the 27 mark. As you can see, there is a lot of resistance. We need to break past this 27 area, and if we can break past it, then I think we are good for a bull run. And I hope we do break past it, because it would be nice. It's about time we see some nice runs for those that have invested in this. Of course, again, what happens in the politics and geopolitics does have some sort of impact on how things trade as far as crypto and of course stocks go. Of course, stocks won't trade over the weekends, but it will affect it on Monday and Tuesday. So hopefully nothing bad. Hopefully Russia doesn't decide to do something stupid or whatever. You know, let's hope for a good run this weekend. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you right here, which is another one that I'm invested in, and that is Shiba Doge. Shiba Doge is looking pretty darn decent. Had a bit of a spike right here on the 1st of April. Yep, there we go. So not long ago, basically, nice little spike to the top, back down. But overall, actually, we're not doing that bad. So we are going slowly to the upside as well. That is nice to see. If we're looking at the holders right here, we are getting more and more people that hold the currency and are holding on to it. It's pretty good to see. Hopefully this also has a nice run to the upside. I don't see why not. I mean, at the moment, it's still early days for this cryptocurrency, but hopefully this does end up somewhere in the top 30. It would be nice. I would like to see that happen. And finally, just to end this video off, let's talk about some stocks. So some of the stocks that I did pick up when they exited Russia were, of course, McDonald's and LVMH. As you can see, they are both doing really nice. In terms of stock for the future, if you want to pick up anything and are interested in them, what is interesting to look at will be, of course, Amazon, Google, and Tesla, because they are splitting their stocks now. This isn't a bad or a good thing. We'll have to wait and see. But most often what happens is that when they decide to split the stocks, that tends to most often drive the price of that stock up. So if you want something with a potential investment that will see a good profit potentially, I would definitely be looking at picking up some Amazon and some Tesla, and of course some Google, or of course that is also known as Alphabet. So definitely worth looking at these, because I think kind of at summertime, that's when people are expecting to see this happen. We might see a nice run to the upside for these stocks, so definitely worth loading up on them. I am, at least as far as I'm concerned, because I think that they will do quite good. Going further down, as you can see, XRP for me is doing really good. Of course, I did buy it quite low. XRP actually got hit pretty bad. As you can see, it did take a massive dip, but let's be honest, I have picked up XRP because I think that in the medium future, not near future, this will actually grow in price. So I'm picking this up for quite some time now. So I'm not selling it no matter what it does. I want to see how their lawsuit progresses. If it's positive for XRP, then I do expect to see a run to the upside for this particular cryptocurrency right here. Of course, same thing goes for Shiba Inu. These are two tokens that I am basically just loading up and holding on for the medium to long term, because I think they have a lot to deliver. Another one that's done really good is Solana. So about 2 weeks ago, this was at $90, 80. I think I saw it at $83, $85, around that mark. And just look at that. So if you would have picked up Solana, which I'm kind of sorry I didn't right now, just look at how well it's done. Now, personally speaking, I'm going to hold off from buying any Solana because I don't know where we are headed, how high we're going to be going. But this was a opportunity that I had and didn't pick up. I wasn't quite sure. Another one that's done actually quite good is Terra Luna. So that one's had a nice run to the upside, still seems to be in an uptrend as well overall. So as far as the stock market goes, let's see how today ends. It is Friday. Hopefully we do see a good run to the upside. What has happened over the last week, of course, is the fact that on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, most stocks were up. So they had a bit of a bull run to the upside. And of course, then Thursday, Friday, we saw a bit of a selling off. Now we are on Friday. And so generally speaking, on top of that, you have to bear in mind that we did transition from March into April. So normally the ending of a month and the beginning of a new one tends to be where we see the biggest bull runs. So far so good. Hopefully we end today on a positive run to the upside. However little, it'll be nice. But this is what I'm keeping my eyes on at the moment. I'm hoping that we do recover some ground, because yesterday, so that would be on Thursday, there was I'd say a pretty decent selling off. It wasn't bad. I'm still up on most of my stocks and most of my investments in the stocks that I've bought. But I'm going to be greedy here and say I'd like to see more. Now, of course, with stocks, I buy them with the intention of holding on to them for at least 10 years. This is, let's call it, for lack of better words, my retirement fund. Okay, this is what I'm doing with my money. Anything I put in stocks, I will not touch for at least 10 years, probably even more. It depends on the stocks. Now, of course, I will have some stocks that I will trade from time to time. So say, for example, your Chinese stocks, your Russian stocks, maybe even some British stocks, but mostly Chinese and Russian stocks I will not hold for too long, because I don't really trust the environment that they are in. It's not the companies that I don't trust, it's the fact that they are in Russia or China, and so the government can pretty much affect the price of that stock by how they come up or design specific laws, so they can basically cause them to crash. And we've seen this with the Chinese tech stocks recently, where they have crashed, had a bit of a run up to the top. Some of them did well, so your Alibaba kind of stayed up there, but others went tumbling back down again. So yeah, definitely need to keep an eye out on them, but I will buy stuff like that. And if I do, of course, my intention is to kind of gauge where we've reached the top and then sell them off and use those profits to invest into other assets and stuff like that. Whereas with your American stocks, like Apple, Netflix, and so on, these are stocks that I don't want to sell, and I just want to continuously back up the truck, pick up some more, and just overall dollar cost average in, because I think they are worth it, they are valuable, and it's more or less the equivalent of gold. It does gain, they do gain in value over time. And that is pretty much it. Let's see how this Friday ends. I'm very curious about the weekend, if we're going to see a run to the upside for crypto, or will it be Monday, Tuesday that happens, or maybe we just have a reversal and we go back into a bear market. Hopefully we don't go into a bear market. Hopefully we continue this run to the upside, and hopefully we see a nice little spike. It would be nice. It would be promising. It'd make me happy. Okay. But at the moment, we seem to have a bit of a consolidation phase. As long as we don't drop too much more, it'll still be a good day. And yeah, we'll see what the weekend brings. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to hit that like button, share and comment, and of course, subscribe for more similar content. Until next time, stay safe, folks.